Hey everybody, Argent here. So instead of making creative content for you, I decided I'm going to do another clickbait stream on the Sons of Kojima
Hello,
crisis
everyone.
because frankly I'm just exhausted. Um, we've had a lot of stuff going on at work, so I've been working like I don't know, really long days, I guess you could say. Um, So, anyways, because I've been, yeah, I just haven't really been pumping out much quality content for you. So I figure let's go back and let's do kind of a final send off to the Sons of Kojima, and we will watch together, and I'll comment on when Sammy Somosa debated Fred Fuchs. Because I think most of what Sammy said here has been pretty much proven correct. And we talked about that a bit last time, but I kind of saw that as a preview for this, which is kind of the main event. So forgive me if I'm a little low energy, but gotta love views.
And welcome to the 50th episode of the Sons of Kojima podcast. My name is Fred, and I'm being joined not by a panel of people, no, being joined by a very special guest, the much anticipated Sammy Somosa. Mr. Sam, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing just fine and dandy, Freddie.
Awesome. So, I don't know exactly what your time situation is. You requested us to push this up an hour in advance, so let's get right into it. Being a patron, what do you think about the experience, and how do you think Phil's doing currently?
Well, see, the thing is, I actually don't have time for a 4-hour debate. So let's just shoot the shit.
Okay.
Fred,
That's actually pretty funny because SoK podcasts are like all 4 hours long. I think the Honey Dick one was like 5 or 6 hours long. Honestly, I can't do one that honestly I can't stream more than like an hour and a half before I'm like too tired to even say anything anymore. So I don't know how the fuck they do it.
do you have a job?
I do.
And are you struggling at work or school?
I'm not.
Why can't you put DSP out of business?
Because that's not my goal.
So then what is your goal? You're doing this for 50 episodes, Fred, and not one did any damage to DSP.
Well, that's not the goal. It's to damage DSP. How about this?
It's not the goal to damage DSP. And this was kind of back when, and I bring this up because this was kind of when I started to have some questions about the Sons of Kojima. So like the goal of this isn't to take down DSP, the goal of this isn't to go after DSP, and I'm like, well then what else is the point of this group? You form like this autistic Illuminati group to attack DSP, but you don't want to take him down. I don't get it.
You as a patron, you actually go out of your way, you go the extra step to give money to Phil. Do you feel you're doing a good job at keeping Phil in business and keeping him comfortable?
You know what? I donate to him because I can and because he deserves every penny.
Okay. But we do the
Anything
podcast
else?
because we can and because we enjoy it. It's a good thing. There's a lot of people that enjoy it too. There's actually, I think, 250 plus people here. They enjoy it too.
But all this he said, she said shit isn't working anymore. It's running out of steam. All these DSP tries it videos is running out of steam.
To what effect?
So what is it gonna take, Fred? What is it gonna take for you and the bums of Kojima to take DSP out?
Well, we're not trying to take him out. Again, by the sounds of it, you're giving him so much money, it sounds like you might be trying to take him out. But no, we're not trying to take him out or put him out of business. I'm not sure where you got that from. Can you clarify where you got that from?
Okay, this is something Fred would always do, is people would state really obvious shit that they're trying to take these, like it's obvious, that's what their group was formed on. So they'd be like, no, we aren't trying to take him out, we aren't trying to go after DSP. Could you provide us like with an exact quote? And that's a debating tactic. I know I used to do that back when I was more of an asshole. And I don't know. It's an easy way because people aren't going to have like a billion what's it called again? People don't have like a billion sources for everything. Like as we'll go into this, Fred had like 50,000. I'm just putting on Crusader Kings 2 while I watch this. Yeah. Wagner in or out? We need to know what the hell is that? I have no idea what that means. Anyways, yeah, but just people aren't going to have all that stuff like immediately sitting around. Like if I'm debating, so I don't. It's just an easy way to like basically fuck people over.
Can I clarify?
Yes. Can you explain or maybe let people know where you got this idea from that we're trying to take him out?
You know what's funny? Look, I don't have a problem with you hating on Phil.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with you making fun of Phil.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with you. I mean, go ahead. Make fun of his gout. Make fun of his weight right now, Fred.
Okay. So you literally just said you don't have a problem with the majority of the stuff that we do. What is it that you do have a problem with then?
See, the thing is, what I find funny is you actually think you can put DSP out of business.
Again,
look, listen.
Okay.
Your whole community depends on you, Fred, and you're failing them.
Okay. In what way do they depend on me?
You're the leader.
How long ago was this recorded? This was October 2nd, 2015. That's how long that this thing's been going on for. But I just figured I'd bring it up because some of the stuff Sammy says, particularly later, I think really is eerily accurate. Kind of like what he did on his podcast.
Of this community, right? And leaders have to take responsibility. Leaders have to take action. So you can sit here and say DSP said this, DSP said that, but at the end of the day, he's still on YouTube and he's still doing his thing. And there's not a damn thing you can do about it. There's not a damn thing Mughal can do about it. There's not a damn thing that Jamoke Retrospective Gaming can do about it.
Okay.
Except one thing. You can do one thing about it.
What's that?
You can watch him. You can watch him over and over again until it makes you sick to your stomach.
Okay. Now, before I continue, there are people in the chat that think that this is not real. Can you please do something, maybe tweet or something, just to prove that you're real? Because, people honestly don't believe this is actually you and that this is...
Now, just as people are saying in the chat, I don't really support... do I support Fred getting doxxed? That's a difficult... Because I'm generally speaking entirely against doxing, but he doxed other people. So I guess in that case, I actually think he should be doxxed. No, I don't know. It's very... It hurts me to say anyone should be doxxed. I don't know. I don't really know what to say about it, to be honest.
Something now. Would you do them that favor just so that, that after the fact it doesn't come out like we misrepresented you or that we faked you being here or anything like that?
This is all me. Anti-DSP community. What's up?
Okay.
This is me.
Okay.
Right.
Like I said, can you tweet or something just to prove that it's you, just on your Sammy Somosa account?
If he's not Hispanic,
I don't need to prove anything. You just need to take your word. You need to believe me, and you need to believe me right now.
Okay. All right. So you were saying that we're trying to take him down again. Like I asked you where you got that from, and you didn't say anything. You just sort of continued on. So I'll ask again. Where did you get this idea that we're quote unquote trying to take him down?
You really think we're stupid, Fred?
Maybe just
you have to understand something. People like me, people like K. Jillian, and Phil, we're all old enough to see through bullshit. We see.
Okay, so let me just go back because I think that's very. Okay, let's go back.
Do something, maybe tweet or something, just to prove that you're real. Because people honestly don't believe this is actually you and that this is something now. Would you do them that favor just so that that after the fact it doesn't come out like we misrepresented you or that we faked you?
I still wonder if Sammy Somosa is a real person. It's very hard for me to believe.
Anti-DSP community.
Real.
What's up?
Okay.
This is me.
Okay.
Right.
Like I said, can you tweet or something just to prove that it's you, just on your Sammy Somosa account?
I don't need to prove anything. You just need to take your word. You need to believe me, and you need to believe me right now.
Okay. All right. So you were saying that we're trying to take him down again. Like I asked you where you got that from, and you didn't say anything. You just sort of continued on. So I'll ask again. Where did you get this idea that we're quote unquote trying to take him down?
You really think we're stupid, Fred?
Maybe just
you have to understand something. People like me, people like K. Jillian, and Phil, we're all old enough to see through bullshit. We see through your bullshit.
Okay.
So, 1 year, right? It's been 1 year. Congratulations.
Thank you.
But what are you going to celebrate about? Because DSP is still making money off YouTube. He's still doing his thing.
Well, let me tell you. We're going to celebrate 50 episodes of meeting a bunch of cool people, having a bunch of cool shows. We got to talk to...
I mean, Sammy kind of has a point here. She's like, well, like, we're not dumb. Obviously, you're trying to take DSP down. You can keep, like, pretending you're not, but I don't know. It's pretty clear that was the point all along.
People that we probably never would have before, like Cooking with Jack, That's Bullshit, Slow Beef. A lot of the moderators came on. And again, we've been able to do really cool things through the water charity. We were able to give away a lot of cool stuff to people that watch our stuff. There's so much to celebrate, actually. Making something that people can enjoy, that people can interact with, that people can be a part of. I think it's a great thing, and I'm personally proud of the 50 episodes.
There's not much to celebrate. Come on, let's be real here, Freddie. 1 year and DSP still on YouTube. He's still making this a living. And, I mean, sure, you can celebrate your fans or whatever, but listen. And by the way, let me just clear this up. I'm a casual fan.
I'm a casual fan.
So you would consider yourself a casual?
I'm a casual fan. Look, I'm not donating him thousands and thousands, hundreds and thousands of dollars. Okay, I don't have thousands and thousands of posts on his forum. Okay, I'm not trying to give him my phone number or take his phone number at conventions.
Okay,
like I said, I'm a casual fan, a regular fan.
Right. But you did give him over $160 on Patreon. Like, you went the extra step. I don't think that you're a casual fan. You're very active on the forums. In fact, if you want, if you have the time, moving on from whatever point you're trying to make here, we can start to...
And I mean, I think, just to say what Sammy Hyde did, I think part of the issue with him is that... I'm trying to think here. I'm trying to think of how to describe this. One of the things with with the Sons of Kojima is they were never able to grow past just being a DSP channel. Like, there's people like me who just do DSP videos occasionally for fun. And then the Sons of Kojima only did that. And they, like, at one point they will say here, they'll try to say that, oh, we do all kinds of non-DSP stuff on here. And I'm like, well, but they don't. They literally will do like 10-hour streams on just DSP. And keep in mind, whenever they do these streams, there is like parts of the stream from before. Like, you'll think like the stream is really like is going on for a long time, and it is. But it actually was like going on longer than that previously on Hitbox or Twitch or wherever the hell it is they broadcast.
Reference some points, some posts that you made on the forums, and stuff like that. Like, I would say that, you know, coming on here to a debate that you yourself said would be useless for Phil to do would show that you're taking the extra step. You're trying to take us on, I guess, would be where I would point at. Like, as a matter of fact, you know, you talk about people trying to take people out and like make sure they go away. I'd say that you're trying for that. You know, you've advocated censorship on the forums. You've literally told people time after time to, quote, go away if they have criticism of Phil on the forums. If anyone's trying to get rid of anyone, I would say that would be you.
Look, I don't give a damn about the forums, okay?
Okay.
I'm just trying to understand your frame of mind. I'm trying to understand the bums of Kojima's frame of mind. Like, what are you trying to do here? What are you trying to exactly pull? Because I could expose you right now.
You have the opportunity now. You're live on the air with hundreds of people. I would love for you to, quote-unquote, expose us.
Let's start with the charity.
Okay.
All right?
Sure.
Okay, so this charity gimmick, it's a gimmick.
Okay.
And the reason it's a gimmick is because Phil launched his Patreon first, and then you followed suit a month later to counteract him.
Okay. I'm glad you brought
hold on.
Okay.
So, okay, that's the first thing.
Let's address it one by one then, all right? So
charity, you're trying to counteract his Patreon, and then, you know, if you want to give water to random kids in Africa, look, that's all fine and dandy.
Okay.
But your charity in particular, it doesn't feel
okay,
genuine
1 second.
to you.
Sorry, I was just not paying attention there. Let's just go back a minute.
That he had to admit that he was wrong, that he made it up. The journalist's name was Patrick Klepek.
Okay, so what's your question?
How do you feel about that? What do you think about Phil's credibility?
I don't feel nothing about that. How does that affect me? How does that, you know, if he wants to call you guys mentally ill, I agree with him. I wholeheartedly agree with him. The bones of Kojima, look, they're bitter, they're sad, and they're just...
Honestly, I think, well, like, he was completely right. I mean, what do you call starting your own fucking Illuminati to try to take down some random asshole on the internet? What do you tell having, like, PowerPoint presentations? Like, like making fucking PowerPoint presentations of how to defeat your enemies. What do you call like probably swatting someone, doxing people, like over like doxing people, like to me, like one of the most mentally ill things was when Fred attacked Alice and tried to dox her because she was in the hospital with leukemia, and he thought the leukemia was some sort of a plot to try to, I don't know, not have to go on podcasts or something. I don't fucking know. Like, if that's not mentally ill, I don't know what mentally ill is.
And I use DSP for the rest of their lives.
So even after he's gone for the rest of our lives, we're gonna do that?
Well, as long as it's on YouTube, no shit.
All right.
1 second. Okay.
I want to circle back
Sorry, this is just all
to raid strikes when they were happening, so potentially really save him from a lot of damage. And
right.
when this guy then goes a couple days ago to let him know that people are defacing his Patreon page with pornographic images, he actually told that person off.
Phil told, okay, so what does this have to do with me? I wasn't even in there. So
I'm asking
I don't give a damn.
I'm asking.
I don't give a damn what he treats. As long as he's not shitting on, as long as Phil is not shitting on me and banning me on his forums, I really don't give a damn what he does to his other fans.
Okay, so you don't care how he treats his other fans?
Not really.
Gotcha. Looks like we covered Patreon. We covered
anything else before we wrap this up? We've gone way too long, and I got shit to do.
But it was fun, Sammy. Again, I think we should do this again sometime. People very much enjoyed this.
Oh, I skipped ahead. My bad.
We'll go for the gossip.
But then we give our
Oh, sorry. That was
fans, right? Because you sort of cut me off a little bit with the X fans. Do you?
Sorry, that's my
When
bad.
they say something like, "Oh, we don't want to deal with this type of person. We don't want to associate ourselves with this type of person." So if they don't do anything, why should I believe you?
You mean the way that Blip TV did?
Well, Blip TV is nothing.
Oh.
Blip TV is a piece of shit. I'm talking about YouTube and Machinima. Look, I'm not donating him thousands and thousands, hundreds and thousands of dollars. Okay, I don't have thousands and thousands of posts on his forum. Okay, I'm not trying to give him my phone number or take his phone number at conventions.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm a casual fan, a regular fan.
Right. But you did give him over $160 on Patreon. Like, you went the extra step. I don't think that you're a casual fan. You're very active on the forums. In fact, if you want, if you have the time, moving on from whatever point you're trying to make here, we can start to reference some points, some posts that you made on the forums, and stuff like that. Like,
I think it's fucking crazy that he went to the forums. He must have spent like hours. He went to the forums. He looked up like dozens or hundreds of posts, like screenshotted them, and made like a fucking like notes, like to try to take Sammy down. Like, he took this way too fucking seriously.
I would say that, coming on here to a debate that you yourself said would be useless for Phil to do.
Yeah, it would have been useless for
would
Phil
show
to
that you're
do.
taking the extra step. You're trying to take us on, I guess, would be where I would point at. Like, as a matter of fact, you talk about people trying to take people out and like make sure they go away. I'd say that you're trying for that. You've advocated censorship on the forums. You've literally told people time after time to, quote, go away if they have criticism of Phil on the forums. If anyone's trying to get rid of anyone...
Okay, yeah, top 10 texts. Yeah, recalls, because I really called the awesome one out one time. I said that I thought he was a bad person, and I thought he deliberately tried to fuck Phil over and ruin his life, and that I was against it. And that really triggered Fred, and I actually edited that part of the video because I was afraid. So, yeah.
I would say that would be you.
Look, I don't give a damn about the forums, okay?
Okay.
I'm just trying to understand your frame of mind. I'm trying to understand the bums of Kojima's frame of mind. Like, what are you trying to do here? What are you trying to exactly pull? Because I could expose you right now.
You have the opportunity now. You're live on the air with hundreds of people. I would love for you to, quote-unquote, expose us.
Let's start with the charity.
Okay.
All right?
Sure.
Okay, so this charity gimmick, it's a gimmick.
Okay.
And
It was a gimmick.
the reason it's a gimmick is because Phil launched his Patreon first, and then you followed suit a month later to counteract him.
Okay. I'm glad you brought
hold
that
on.
up. Okay.
So, okay, that's the first thing.
Let's address it one by one then, all right? So
charity, you're trying to counteract his Patreon, and then, if you want to give water to random kids in Africa. Look, that's all fine and dandy.
Okay.
But your charity in particular, it doesn't feel genuine.
To you.
To everybody.
You're saying it not to everybody, not to the hundreds of people that donated. Like, okay, so let's get this out.
My understanding is it wasn't hundreds of people. I think it was just a couple people who made big donations.
So we actually were planning to do a charity event, and this is not even the first time that they, well, actually the Kojima World Order did the exact same thing under Hollywood Kojima. It did charity water 2 years before we did ours. And I talked with Hollywood Kojima. We wanted to do something charitable. We wanted to do something good. So we decided to look into charities. I talked with Hollywood Kojima about it back in October, before Phil even mentioned starting a Patreon. If you remember correctly, he actually went and formally announced his Patreon in, I believe, December, because he was wearing a Santa hat when he announced it. So we actually had plans to do the charity event, and we started it in January specifically because that would be the end of the holiday season, and people would be in a position where they could donate, and they wouldn't have to feel like, oh, I have to sacrifice gifts for someone so I could donate, or vice versa. Yeah, that was the timing. But again, this water charity thing happened years before Phil even considered Patreon. As a matter of fact, in the same time frame, he was talking negatively about services like Patreon.
Look, it's a gimmick because you're trying to make yourself look like the good guys here. Oh, we're the good guys, and Phil is the bad guy because Phil doesn't donate to random kids in Africa.
I think that was 100% the reason they did it. And you know why I think it's... Okay, let's do a video. Because this was actually, I think, the most sympathetic video I've ever seen of DSP. DSP... I think it was Loophole. It was DSP talking about charity. And it was actually a really good... I actually agreed with DSP on this. Let me try to find it. Okay, because basically what happened was DSP was against the Ice Bucket Challenge. And he said it was... Basically, he said that it was virtue signaling. And that he disapproved... I'll let you watch it, but basically he has the same view... A similar view to what I had. And I thought he actually made a really good point. Now does DSP actually believe this, or was it just his way to... wheedle out of the fact that he's kind of a douche? He probably is. It's probably the second one, but yeah. What's this?
Wait, who's this? Fred Fuchs? Fred Fuchs?
Hey DSP, can I go with your daughter Pandaline a couple years?
Wow, this guy is just—he's so intelligent. I mean, his humor.
I never found the
so
Pandaline.
Spot on.
I never found the Panda Lee daughter jokes funny. To me, that was like the most alpha thing about DSP, that he had a daughter who was... Sorry, not a daughter. They had a girlfriend that was like 10 years younger than him. Like, that's kind of alpha. That was like the only vaguely alpha thing about Darkside Phil. So I can't really give him crap over that.
How could anyone... I mean... How can anyone not just break out into hilarious laughter at these well-thought-out, poignant remarks from this gentleman? He's just so fucking intelligent and funny. Hilarious. Hilarious, the antics tonight. I mean, it's not like he's a complete fucking loser and he's proven to the entire internet that he's a fucking...
She wasn't... I don't think she was a pedo, though. I think she was, like... a legal adult.
Idiot, and has a terrible sense of humor, and probably is 14 fucking years old. Balls haven't dropped yet. That's what it sounds like on the fucking mic anyway. No, he's cool. What an idiot.
Do you know Loophole 572?
The name kind of rings a bell, but not really.
Okay, so something happened in middle of July. Something happened, and it was people thought it was funny, and you got a little steamed about it, and I understand, and yeah, I've been thinking about this ever since I did it. Man, I'm sorry, it's so late. When are you gonna tuck your daughter Panda Lee into bed?
It's him. That's obviously...
Okay, I'm trying to find it. Let's see here. I'm just, if anybody knows where the video is, where he was talking about the Ice Bucket Challenge. Let me see here.
Okay, everybody, hello. Every week I have multiple game releases that it's in the 60s today. Every day that since I've moved here in the month of June has been 70 degrees or warmer. Today was in the 60s. It's gorgeous. I love it. Just to give you some perspective compared to the rest of the summer, I'm in my office. The window is closed. It's not even opened. There's no fan in the room. No fans are running in the office, and the shade is down. So it is actually nice and cool enough for me to sit in here comfortably. It's not hot. It doesn't feel like an oven. It's nice. I'm excited for Ask the King. Awareness for some kind of a disease or something. ALS, I don't even know what that raises awareness. Yeah, it raises awareness, all right. Awareness that you're a fucking view whore and you're trying to get popularity instead of just donating. This is what I don't get about these fads, right? So I'll talk about it on pre-stream so we don't have to talk about it on Ask the King. This ice bucket challenge that's going on right now, all right? So if I'm to understand it right, and I could be wrong, the premise is that it raises awareness for some kind of a disease or something. ALS, I don't even know what that stands for. Alzheimer's, I don't even know, okay? But if you get challenged, you're either supposed to make a donation of $100, I think it is, or dump ice on your head on camera, and then you make a donation of $10. Now, first of all, I don't even understand the premise. Why? How does this even make sense? Is it funny to see someone dump ice on their head? I don't think that's funny. I think that's fucking stupid, right? It doesn't make any sense. And for me, I'm going to give you guys my honest feeling. I am a fan of charity and charitable contributions, okay? And I do donate. I do, during the course of every year, find a few charities that I donate to. Now, you're going to notice something. This is the very first time I've ever even mentioned that. You notice that I don't go on camera and tell you that I am donating to this charity and blah, blah, blah. No, because charity is not something that should be exploited. It is not something that should be promoted to try to make someone look good or to make it, you know what I mean? Charity for me is, okay, you see someone on the street, they need help, you help them out of the kindness of your heart because you want to help someone. Okay, there's a really strong cause, and so behind the scenes, maybe I'll toss a couple bucks a year because I can and because I really feel strongly about something. Now, so now I'm going to do a whole video series where I'm dumping shit on my head to get views, and I'm going to say, oh, well, this all in good fun because it raises awareness for the charity. That's not me. That's not me, and that's not who I am. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it wouldn't raise money, of course. But guess what? If I'm going to do charity, I'll do it my own way. I'll do it off camera, and I'll do it in a professional manner. Not that I'm doing it to try to get popularity. And really, when you look at the people who are stepping up and doing this challenge, that's pretty much what it is. Oh, look at me. I'm going to dump ice on my fucking head under the premise that it's for charity, but really, take a look at this. I'm a part of this popular movement. And, no. If you want to raise money, just donate. You don't need to have a bucket of a stupid fad to do it and get yourself popularity, right? It is dumb. It's like, again, it's like that Harlem Shake fad. It's like all these other fads. I'm not part of them. I don't care about that shit. You know, all these people, and they're like, oh, well, if you get nominated, you must do it. What? Who the fuck tells me what to do? That's like saying, you must donate to this charity. No, I donate to charity. I already did this year. I already did actually 3 times at different parts of the year when I could afford it. No, I'm not going to go out of my way again and do it, just because you demand that I must donate to a certain cause. It's ridiculous. So, I understand, listen.
So, I think what happened, and I can't find the video, but Loophole snuck on to Ask the King, and he asked him about the ALS thing, and Phil basically explained what he just explained, but he did it in like a calmer and nicer way. And basically, I thought he actually put a good point forward, and then Loophole was like, oh, when can I go out with your daughter? And it just kind of irritated me. So I don't know. I just figured I'd bring that up. So that was just kind of my thought on the whole charity thing.
Okay, that's what's going on.
Did we ever say that? Can you find anywhere where we ever actually said that? Because we actually went out of our way to not.
All the clues point to that.
What clues, Steve? What clues can you point to, Steve?
Look, I'm going to discuss this in a future podcast. That's right. I'm going to have my own podcast but it's only gonna be one and only. See, unlike you, Fred, I don't need 50 podcasts to expose someone.
Okay.
I can only do it in one. So I'm gonna go in details on that later on.
Okay.
But since I don't have time right now, I'm gonna give you an ultimatum.
Oh no! Well, hold on. Before the ultimatum,
I only needed, I only need one podcast to expose you. I don't need to do 50 episodes that are like 4 hours each. But I mean, come on! Like the charity, I can't believe that wasn't like part of it. Whatever.
would you be willing to give us permission to be the reviewer of your podcast?
A what?
Would you be willing to give us permission to sort of like do a react to your podcast?
A react?
Like, yeah, we call them Let's Endorse, but essentially what we do is we watch the source material and then we all comment over it while it's going on.
You can do whatever the hell you want with your time.
Thank you.
If it's that important to you.
Okay, so the ultimatum?
All right, so you listen up, and not only you, but your bums of Kojima. Oh, and by the way, Mr. Retrospective Gaming, at least DSP has a business card, bitch.
A business card? The ones that he gives out as prizes?
So here's the thing. If DSP is not gone, and by gone I mean, fired from YouTube, retired or laid off, whatever. If he's not gone by the end of the year, end of 2015, this entire podcast you got going on is useless, it's pointless, it's meaningless. It doesn't mean a damn thing. It's all fluff.
Okay. Do you understand what the word?
Keep that in mind.
Do you understand what the word ultimatum means? What you literally just said is, if this doesn't happen, then I will hold this opinion or whatever. Like, ultimatum means like, if we don't do X, then you will do Y.
You gotta take them out, Freddy. You gotta take them out. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, okay.
Somehow, some way. I mean,
so you want us to take him out because again, we've covered this and you haven't given any sort of.
If you want me to believe everything you say, then you have to take him out. Look,
oh, man.
You may be laughing right now.
I am. I'm sorry.
But YouTube, why doesn't Machinima do anything about it? If he's such a horrible person, why doesn't YouTube or Machinima take action and they let him go? And
that's kind of a good point. I mean, if DSP was as bad as the SoK made him out to be, he'd be in jail. Because I mean, DSP is a massive douche. I didn't find out about DSP from the SoK. I found about them from, I don't even remember who I found out about him from. But it wasn't the SoK. It was somebody else. I don't even remember where that came from. I think it was the Archfiend, actually.
They say something like, oh, we don't want to deal with this type of person. We don't want to associate ourselves with this type of person. So if they don't do anything, why should I believe you?
You mean the way that Blip TV did?
Well, Blip TV is nothing.
Oh.
Blip TV is a piece of shit. I'm talking about YouTube and Machinima, the big boys.
Gotcha. Well, Blip TV was a pretty big service at the time. And they actually kicked him to the curb based on his conduct, so...
Oh, really? So let me give you another example.
Okay. Maybe an alternate...
DSP literally got kicked off a Blip for being based. That was his finest moment.
Made him again?
Johnny Rambo. Here's a guy that's been at Phil's house, that's been in the car with him, that's played games with him.
Okay.
They might have even slept in the same hotel bed together. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
So why doesn't he come out and clean his closet, so to speak, and why doesn't he air the dirty laundry and tell everybody that Phil's such a piece of shit?
He did. He did the payment tons, and you actually posted on forums.
That's parody.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't.
What we're doing is a parody.
That doesn't count.
What we're doing is a parody.
Why doesn't he come out and say, Phil harassed me, Phil
I think it was
me,
Tevin.
Phil did this to me, he did that to me. Come on.
I think it was. Right. I'm pretty sure it was.
So why should I believe you, of all people?
I didn't even connect the two. Can you say that again? I'm sorry. I'm having trouble following what that is.
That was
so
based.
If we didn't sleep in the bed with Phil and ride in the same car with him, then why would you believe us?
If Johnny Rambo doesn't say anything, then why should I believe you?
But he did. As a matter of fact, let me actually link you to a...
I don't have time for links.
Oh, okay. You don't have time for evidence. All right, well, I'll show the people at home what I'm talking about. So not only did you point out that Phil has been ignoring this, you actually then posted in the thread You pointed out another little jab at DSP. This was August 13th. Hi, friends.
You talking about me or Phil?
You. I'm saying what you've pointed out about Rambo and how this is such a toxic thing. Another little jab at DSP.
So you searched every one of my posts. I have about 400, 500 posts. You went through every single one to get some dirt on me.
No, you have 384 posts, first of all. And no, actually, the forum...
You knew the exact number of posts. Okay.
Has a nice little search function.
Okay, go ahead.
Look at some recent posts of yours. Okay. So you say, quote, hi, friends. Feel free to post any comments you may have without fear of censorship. Also, this vid, blah, blah. So he is taking jabs at Phil. He's talking about how Phil is begging for money, on how he is basing his creativity on the ability to make money, how he's putting stuff behind a paywall. And in this case, you even go out of your way to point out to Phil that he's commenting on his censorship. So even though Rambo has a little more class than to just, really throw shots at him after the fact, because they were personal friends for a while, he does find fault with Phil, and he finds, much as we do, he finds comedic value.
So basically, more he said, she said shit.
No, basically, I showed evidence shit. Like he said on record.
And where did that evidence get you, Fred? Where does that get you?
It proved me right in this exchange right now.
And so, DSP is still on YouTube.
Sam, do you know what a debate is?
By the way, people in the chat, I might take, after this, I'm probably going to take a break from DSP for a while. Maybe a couple months, unless anything like really big comes, like in crazy happens. I should move on to another lolcow. I've done Christian, I've done DSP. Who should be next on the list? I'm thinking either Onizian or Low Tier God. Movie Bob just doesn't seem as funny. I don't know.
I don't care what about a debate. I told you in the beginning, we're shooting the shit right now.
Okay, because when you challenged me, you said debate.
Well, so what? Things change. Shit happens.
Okay. Well,
So, well, all right, go ahead.
Yeah, we didn't sleep in the same bed with Phil. We didn't ride in the same car with Phil. But I want to point out something to you, Mr. Moonman. Can you leave, please? We're doing the debate. All right, he's gone. We are ex-fans of Phil, right? So we were fans of his for quite a while. And
yeah, I don't believe for a second that they were actually fans of... I don't know, that seems like bullshit to me.
Now, let me tell you something about ex-fans.
Okay.
I'm an ex-fan of LeBron James.
Yes, you are.
And I'm an ex-fan of LeBron James. I don't like him, but you don't see me watching every single Cavaliers game, do you? Huh?
You might.
So and you don't see me making montages of him breaking shots and getting blocked and getting dunked on, all that shit, and in a 2-hour montage.
Okay.
So
but you know what you did do?
For that shit.
But you know what you did do? Here on the forums here on June 17th, you said, "Oh, Queen James, what happened? Why did you lose? Ah ha 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 ha. That's what you get for siding with The Rock in his feud with Cena." And then it says Punk. So actually, you do stuff like that.
Yeah. So what's your point?
What's yours?
I don't like LeBron James. I don't watch. See, if I don't like someone, I don't watch their shit.
Okay. So how do you know about LeBron James?
So you don't like DSP, you're still gonna watch him, right?
Actually, I don't watch him very much at all, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah. See, you use your stooges and minions to do the dirty work for you.
That's not true.
On Twitter, on YouTube, you use them.
I have control over nobody. I honestly have no control over anyone in this community. I can give people congratulations when they do awesome stuff, but I can't command people to do anything. As a matter of fact, this is something...
I have proof. I have proof you do use them.
Let's see it.
I'm not going to show you right now. I'm going to explain that on my one and only podcast.
Okie doke. Again,
So,
we can't wait for that.
I know you're going to be sitting there and tuned in and get prepared for everything. So that should be out soon.
All right.
In a couple of weeks.
Please give me the heads up. I'll be happy to retweet it. Let me point out something else. Let me talk about X-Fans, right? Because you started coming up a little bit with the X-Fans. Do you know of current fans, P-Dog and the Airy Lord?
What about them?
They actually did a pretty big video at Phil's expense where they unboxed a PlayStation 4 and called it the Gout Station. And the box in which they unboxed were full of Phil jokes about bugged and lag and nothing I can do.
So what does that have to do with me?
What it has to do with is this notion of fans making parody of Phil. Ex-fans, current fans. Phil is a source of comedic value. And Daz said that to us himself. You're a big fan of Daz. I know you really supported him when he was talking shit about us and stuff like that.
I don't know who the hell that is.
Really, because actually, if you want, I can reference a post where you directly interacted with him and said you did a good job. Would you like
I have no idea who the hell you're talking about, and I don't care about those people.
Okay.
So let's just keep it between me and you.
We are. I'm talking about you.
No, you're talking about somebody else. Daz. Who the hell's Daz?
Okay. Let me grab that. Hold on a second. Where is that? Let's see. All right, anyways, move on.
Yeah, I don't really care about that. But look, see, here's the thing. You gotta do something, Freddie. You can't just sit on your ass. Look, you want to be like Tony Montana. I see you have a Tony Montana avatar.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be like Tony Montana? That's cool.
Oh, here's
but here's the thing. Tony Montana didn't sit on his ass all day and gossip about his enemies. He went out there and made shit happen. He eliminated his enemies. You got to take DSP out.
Okay. Hey, here's the post that I was referencing.
You got to take the DSP out. That's kind of, it's really funny. Trying to think. He is kind of a pussy. It is funny. He's using the Tony Montana to try
if you want to go link this to YouTube, after just so you guys know, the people that are on YouTube, there's going to be a Google Doc with all these posts linked and summaries. But anyways, here's you on the forums, August 21st, so about a month ago. And you quote Das's gigantic post to us and then say, the charity is just a gimmick to make themselves look like the good guys. Great write-up, by the way. You finally realized it was a giant waste of time at the end of the day and not worth it to continue.
And that's true.
That's you interacting with the guy. So you can't say you don't know who he is.
Who the hell is that? Give me his full name.
Das Bullshit.
Okay, so I know him. I don't know him personally, but I know him on the forum. So what's the problem?
When I brought up the fact that he also finds comedic value in Phil to parody him, that it's not something where you want to take him down to make some sort of parody video or make something.
No, but I'm telling you,
I'm kind of ironically on Sammy's side. I just thought we should all look at this because this is more or less Sammy is like pretty much exactly dead on here. So I kind of want to do an easy on.
I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you that you have to take him out.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I want you to take him because so I can believe you. I can believe everything you're saying. You know, if it was this, if it was that. I mean, look, 7 straight years in business. 7 straight years. Like, if he's so horrible, he wouldn't have lasted 2 years.
Okay. Oh, by the way, some people wanted me to show the Skype call to prove that this is real, I guess. So let me just do that real quick. People don't believe this is real. Here's the Skype window here. Here is.
Okay, if people don't understand like why I'm doing this, it's just because it's hilarious that Sammy, who's arguably probably mentally retarded, at least the impression I always got is Sammy is like, if he actually is mentally retarded, that would not surprise me. So, let's see, can I ransom my prisoners? Can I? But no, it's yeah, I don't know what to say.
Mr. Guest 67, as he calls himself with his White Sox logo. Here's Alice. She's muted, and yeah, there you go. So,
I don't understand what's the big deal. I mean, of course it's me. What else would it be?
People think that you're doing so poorly that they don't believe this is even real.
DSP is still on YouTube.
Okay.
What are you gonna do about it? Look, 50 podcasts, and he's still in business.
Okay. Again,
so maybe.
Okay, sorry, I lost my train of thought. Okay, so I was saying the reason I was doing this was because Sammy is really fucking stupid. I think we all agree that Sammy is really dumb. And with all that being said, in kind of the... With all that being said, I think it's funny that a lot of the points he makes here turned out to be right. Despite Sammy being kind of a moron, like everything he's saying here kind of works.
By the 500 podcast, he will be gone.
God, if we last 500 podcasts, that would make me very happy. That'd be 10 years total, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, I mean that's fantastic. So, anyways, let's circle back to this because again, we didn't really get anywhere with this. Where did you get this idea that we're trying to take him down?
I'm gonna explain that on my own podcast.
But you're here now, and you're using it as fact without supporting it. And it's
I'm giving you a little I'm giving you a little preview, Freddie.
Okay.
This is just a little taste.
Right. But the arguments that you're presenting are based on us wanting to take Phil down. I'm sure that if you're coming into this with this notion that we're here to take Phil down, you didn't think at any point you'd have to support that argument, or did you just think you could just throw it out there and then we would just accept it as fact?
It's been a long time coming. 1 year. Look, at first, I don't think you were really trying to take him out.
Okay.
But now in the recent years, last 6 months ago, I mean, we see what's going on, Freddie. We see you're failing your in community.
Okay.
Come on.
Maybe we can attack it this way then. All right. You said at first you didn't think we were trying to take him down, and then at some point you then thought we were trying to take him down. What was that changed your opinion?
Oh, there's a ton of things. I mean, so obvious.
Say
Your
one of them.
viewers can't see it, but we,
How
the
about
older, me, K. Jillian, Phil, we all see through
Jillian?
your bullshit.
K. Jillian?
K. Jillian.
All right. So K. Jillian, ladies and gentlemen. But in all seriousness, can you list one of them? You said a lot. You did say.
I already gave you one of them.
What
I already gave you the charity gimmick. Okay.
The charity gimmick is to take down Phil?
That's one small portion of it. Of
Okay.
the overall, the overall goal.
The charity gimmick was to help people that were without clean water, which is, the building blocks of life, very essential. It was something.
Yeah,
Cover
DSP's too
Okay,
cheap to
Look,
go see
you're
a doctor.
using that to make yourselves look like the good guys and Phil the bad guy.
How?
Maybe I
Yeah,
should
say
try
hi.
and search
Yeah,
the
because
internet for
You're,
a lol
you're
cow.
feeding these random
Like
kids
someone
in
who's not
Africa,
been done
which is all
before.
fine, but you're shoving it in people's face and promoting it constantly, promoting it. Oh, we did this, we did that. Look, all that water you raised is only gonna last 2 weeks at most, and then what? Right? What are you gonna do then?
Well, no, actually, I don't know if you know anything about that, but it's not that they just drive a truck of water to them. Actually, 360 people in villages are going to get renewable sources of water. So they're actually going to build they're going to drill wells. They're going to give them water purification tools. It's not that they're just driving a truck of water to them like the pool in The Simpsons. They drive that truck full of water in Simpsons with the pool. It's not like that. It's not like a giant semi truck with like a giant jug of water on it. They're actually going to build tools that are going to help them access water for years to come. Have you done any research on this charity?
Listen, so what's the point? Okay, what's the point? I mean, all of a sudden now, you want to feed these random kids in Africa? Oh, all of a sudden, come on, man.
We thought
see
we'd
through
do
that
that
bullshit.
So I mean, there's low tier god. There's Onesian, and then there's what was it? There's low tier god. There was Onesian. Jahans has been done to death. Plus, I feel bad because Jahans is honestly a retard. Like, I just don't feel good right about that, attacking him.
I don't see how you proved any of this, but no, actually, we wanted to help people. We noticed that there are people that view the show, there are people that interact with us on a daily basis. What if we spread attention to this? As a matter of fact, we had the community manager from Charity Water, Nina Narima, fantastic woman, came out and talked to us. Yeah, we sure fooled her with $10,000. We just fooled her, man. She came on, she said we did a great job. It's easy to Google search us. She didn't.
It makes you look nice for a couple of weeks.
Thank you.
She doesn't know. Come on, you're fooling these other people.
She doesn't have access to Google?
She has what?
She doesn't have access to Google, is what you're saying?
She listens to you and she buys into your shit. Come on.
All right. So she's a detractor too? She's a hater?
Well, what's your problem with dark side film?
No. We'll get to that. I need to know this.
And you tell me right now.
I need to know this,
Sammy.
Sammy, I need to know this. Do you think that Nina Narima is a detractor?
I don't know who the hell that is, and I don't really care.
She came on the podcast and talked with her.
Okay, let's see here. Sammy seems like a decent guy. TJ Kirk. Who the fuck's TJ Kirk? You guys don't want to know who Jahan is. I'll do one for Jahan's.
That's about our charity campaign.
So why does she need to come on the podcast?
Because she was going to explain what's going to happen next. She was going to explain the different things that they do. She was
and you can't do that in private?
Well, she's the community manager.
You need to publicly gloat your charity?
Oh, but Amazing Atheist is such a soft target. I'll have to think on this.
We all know where the money goes.
TJ Kirk.
No, she actually gave us a heads up that it's going to go to Ethiopia before we even got the report that it is going to actually go there. So she actually.
So it goes there, and then what? Who they drink the water, right?
They do drink the water. They drill wells. They provide water purification tools so that they can constantly get access to water over a period of years, possibly their lifetimes.
Well, good for them. They're going to drink up.
Great for them. But again,
But you're trying to make you're trying to make yourself look like the Saints, the good guy.
That is not
the good guys.
Yeah. It was not even a thing for Phil's Patreon before the original charity water campaign launched for the Kojima World Order. So they're not related. That would mean that we said, oh, in a year he might, or actually this was 2 years before, he might do some sort of crowdfunding. So let's get this water charity
what's next? What's next now? It's fall season. Phil is it's a prime time. Is the hardcore extreme gaming season. So what are you gonna do now?
What are we gonna do now?
He's gonna be making a shit ton of money this fall.
I don't know. I mean, he's got a Patreon account. Don't you think that he is struggling in some way?
Struggling how?
Well, apparently his bread and butter business isn't exactly cutting it. So he needs to essentially ask people to donate money to him, like you.
He's doing just fine. I mean, isn't that what you said 2 years ago, Fred? Isn't that what you said a couple of years ago, where Phil's views are getting down? He wouldn't last. It's not gonna last 2 years. And now 2 years later, you're saying the same shit.
I wasn't saying anything 2 years ago as far as the DSP.
Well, that's what your community was saying as an overall, like Phil's reputation.
Okay. I can't speak to everything that they were saying. There's a lot of people. That's the thing. That's exactly my point. There's a lot of people saying.
There's a lot of people. You can't speak about the SoK.
Where do you think these people come from?
You can't. We can say that the SoK in general was not behind this, and that the SoK. Yeah, so the SoK was not behind this. We can all agree about that. No one else knew what was going on. And we can say that in general, but what we can't say in general is this other stuff, I guess. I don't know. Oh, right.
Look, you want to talk some real shit to me or no?
I'm talking with you right now.
So why don't you tell me, DSP is doing just fine, so what is it going to take him out?
We're not trying to take him out.
Yes,
so
you are.
Prove to me that we're trying to take him out. And you've been repeating this over and over and over again.
But you can't. All you can do is talk about him week in, week out. That's all you're going to do. DSP said this. DSP said that. DSP doing this. DSP's doing that. I mean, when does it become redundant, friend?
I don't know.
At what point does it become redundant?
I don't know. Maybe you should ask the people that are watching. I mean, you apparently watch the show, right? You don't like us.
I watched the last... all right, I'll admit, I watched the last 4 episodes. Okay. That's it.
And you apparently didn't like it, and you still watched it anyway. Doesn't that make you, in your words, mentally ill? Would you like me to pull up the post?
What are you talking about now? What garbage are you spewing now?
Well, I'm actually referencing the garbage that you're usually spewing on the forums. Let me grab the mentally ill line, and let's see here.
You don't see me making 2-hour montages on you guys or LeBron James or...
When did I first hear of Phil and the SoK? I think the Archfiend did a video about it, and then I did a video about DSP, and then I looked up some stuff about him, and then I think I found some Tevin videos. I started watching those, and I was just like, this is just fucking insane. This is the craziest shit I've ever seen. And then I just started want to follow it. Who is Archfiend? He's a guy who used to do YouTube drama videos. But he left because he's another one of those people who gets angry when people monetize things.
Or people I don't like. No, but I don't spend 2 hours and then invite my friends and, let's laugh at this for 2 hours. That's retarded.
Okay. You love to use that language, retarded, mentally ill. That's a little offensive to people, right?
It's an uncensored debate, Fred. That's what your people wanted, so let's just give it to them.
That's what you wanted. You challenged us to this. And then you made it very difficult for us to...
Okay, that's what I wanted.
Okay, that's what you wanted. All right.
So is there a problem? Are you offended?
No, there's a difference between having censorship and just having, class. Just being a civilized person.
Yeah, okay, Freddie.
What?
We're shooting the shit.
Yeah.
So is there anything else you want to talk about?
There's lots of things that I want to talk about. How about this? Let's use this post.
And I'm talking about important things, not stupid shit like foreign posts here and there.
These are things that you say. I'm
not talking about random comments on YouTube.
Okay.
I'm talking about the overall DSP situation.
Okay. But these are ideas and thoughts that you've expressed that I can reference so that I can try to talk about things that you have said. Like, you're trying to say we're trying to take down Phil, but you haven't expressed how. We're showing your thoughts and opinions, and we're showing you how. Here's one. When will you understand that he's saying mentally ill in self-defense? Phil and his fans are not the aggressors. It's been that way since day one, and by day one, I mean 2008.
I don't even remember now. I've been, I've heard of DSP for so long now, I don't even really remember, to be honest.
So
You're taking a post. You're taking a post out of reference out of like several months ago that I made. How am I supposed to remember that?
So you don't believe something?
You're just taking random posts and trying to like combine it all together and trying to make me look, like a doofus.
Yeah, I don't need to do anything for you to look like that here, man.
So why are you failing, Fred?
Failing at what?
Putting him out of business.
We're not trying to put him out of business.
But you can't, even if you tried, right?
We're not trying to put him out of business.
But you can't, right?
I don't know. We're not trying to. We can't speak to.
How long is it gonna take?
We can't speak to if we can do something if we're not even trying to do something.
Okay, how about this?
Can you fly?
If DSP is gone, let's put it this way. If DSP comes to us, the fans, and tells us, look guys, this YouTube thing is not working out, I'm gonna have to go do something else. If you were to come to us and say that to us, Fred, you would be a fucking hero. You would be a bigger legend than Solid Snake himself.
Wow.
Okay, I thought that was really fun. Okay, this is for you. I always thought that was like comedic genius.
When will you understand that he's saying mentally ill in self-defense? Filth and his fans are not the aggressors. It's been that way since day one, and by day one I mean 2008. So
you're taking a post. You're taking a post out of reference out of like several months ago that I made. How am I supposed to remember that?
So you don't believe something?
You're just taking random posts and trying to like combine it all together and trying to make me look, like a doofus.
Yeah, I don't need to do anything for you to look like that here, man.
So why are you failing, Fred?
Failing at what?
Putting him out of business.
We're not trying to put him out of business.
But you can't, even if you tried, right?
We're not trying to put him out of business.
But you can't, right?
I don't know. We're not trying to. We can't speak to.
How long is it gonna take?
We can't speak to if we can do something if we're not even trying to do something.
Okay, how about this?
Can you fly?
If DSP is gone, let's put it this way. If
bigger
DSP comes to us, the fans, and tells us, look guys, this YouTube thing is not working out, I'm gonna have to go do something else. If you were to come to us and say that to us, Fred, you would be a fucking hero. You would be a bigger legend than Solid Snake himself.
Wow.
I would be the first to come on your podcast and tell you, you guys, you bums of Kojima, you were right.
Okay. Somebody timestamp that for me, please. You guys on YouTube, you guys in the stream, please timestamp for this for me. Thank you.
But if he doesn't, but if he's still on YouTube, man, this whole podcast is all fluff.
Okay, this podcast is for people's entertainment, for us to have fun. For us.
Yeah, but half the time you're talking about DSP.
That's true. Half the time. The other half is what?
Is what? You tell me. I don't listen to that garbage.
You listen to 4
No, they don't. They don't like really talk about game. Like I remember they briefly talked about it a couple times. There's some other stuff, but in general, all it was like 3 hours of just them. 3 or 4 hours of just them talking about DSP.
episodes.
Just when you talk about DSP, that's all.
Really?
And that one episode with Revan guy, and that one. So a total of 5 episodes I watched.
Revan God. Okay. What do you think about Revan God?
I don't know him.
Okay. How about this then? All right, let's talk about the notion of like making fun of people and stuff like that. All right. Here's you on the forums again.
By the way, I'm not watching the stream.
Okay, that's fine. I'm linking these things to you. Okay, I'm linking these things to you as well. Here's you, May 7th. You actually linked This Is How You Don't Play of Low Tier God on the forums, breaking the rules, of course. But you say, I take it some of you have never heard of Low Tier God. That guy takes trash talking to a whole new level. DSP is a pope compared to him. So it seems as though you watch people that you don't like, and you're willing to post this.
So now you're starting to analyze my post, just like how you did with DSP. Now you're trying to analyze DSP fan post. Come on, Fred.
I'm preparing for a debate that you challenged me to. So
what's there to prepare about? We're just talking.
You said you didn't tell me that this was quote unquote.
Yeah, but I'm telling you right now,
literally in the call.
You can't do shit about.
So you want me to throw out all of the evidence and all the research that I did to prepare for this because you're quote unquote shooting the shit.
Do what you got to do, but I'm telling you, man, DSP is not talking about the end of 2015. This podcast is nothing, man.
That doesn't make any sense.
So what are you going to talk about?
We talk about gaming for half of the podcast.
It's nowhere near half the podcast.
On your podcast to listen about gaming. Nobody is on the edge of the seat to know about that Retrospective Gaming is doing a speed run of Spyro the Dragon. Nobody gives 2 shits about that.
Well, first of all, that's pretty fast that does those. But we don't talk about ourselves as much when we talk about the gaming. We talk about news stories or we talk...
Nobody comes on your podcast for news story. They go on IGN, they'll go on GameSpot, they go on somewhere else. They don't come on your podcast for that shit. They come on it for the drama.
Yeah, but then
for the gossip.
But then we give our analysis, our interpretations of the news, sort of our word.
Yeah, but that's all you're gonna do. You're gonna analyze and dissect DSP's every word, every tweet, every post, and you're just gonna keep going on with that, right?
Well, like I said, we do have Phil, we do have gaming.
So what's the point in all of
this
this?
episode, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Did you know that
he's like really just beating the shit out of them on this one? I'm not on Twitter. I don't have a Twitter account. I have a Gab account that I don't really use. If you really want to contact me, I'd recommend Facebook. Just message my Facebook page, and or message me there, and I'll add you. I have my yeah. So that's the easiest way to get in touch with me. I don't really use too many platforms anymore, just because it's a pain to use a bunch of different platforms.
What's the point? DSP is still on
YouTube. Chat. Sorry, I was typing in the chat real quick. That was my fault. So what we're doing is we're having fun, and we're having a podcast that entertains people, right? There's, I think somebody said there's like 370 people here, which is fantastic. I know, they came to see you, right?
Come on, Kate, we'll get to your point.
So you're asking what we're doing, and what I said is that we are having fun. We're doing a podcast that we enjoy to do, and we're entertaining people in the process.
Entertainment. That's what you call this?
I would assume so. I mean, there's people that come back. We consistently do hundreds of viewers live, and then thousands on YouTube after the fact. So I would assume people like to watch it.
I think there's a chance DSP watches your vids.
You people are going to do what they want to do. I don't really give a damn about what your stooges and minions are up to. That's none of my business.
Just if DSP watches these, just know. If you ever want to, I would have you on, and I would give you like a completely fair interview. I wouldn't like be hostile to you. I would let you give your side of the story. So that's an open invitation, DSP. If you want to come on, I'd be happy to have you on, and I would give you a completely fair place.
You, Freddie. I want you to understand. I want you to understand that no matter what you say and do about DSP, at the end of the day, it's still on YouTube and still getting paid to play games, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it.
Okay, we're not trying to do anything about it.
Well, you are. That's why.
But you can't.
Yeah. But we're not trying to.
So what's the point of all this?
To have a fun podcast that people enjoy to watch.
1 year, Fred? 1 year you've been doing this?
Mm-hmm. One fun-filled year of meeting new people and having a good time and giving back to the people that watch it. All that kind of good stuff. And I didn't even bring up the water charity because I'm sure that you would bitch about that. So we'll leave that off the table.
Already covered that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go more details about that later on.
Thank you.
So if DSP is not gone by the end of 2015, nobody's going to take you seriously anymore, Fred.
I mean, possibly you won't, but I don't see how that makes a difference with anyone else.
Does it ever get redundant when it comes to DSP?
No, he does something fun and interesting almost every day.
Okay, so what if he were to go on a vacation?
Okay.
He were to go on a 6 month vacation on an island somewhere.
He would never do that.
With Liana, and they're drinking coconut juice, they're on a yacht, they're listening to music, and meanwhile, over here on your podcast, what would you fill that first 90 minutes with? What would you talk about?
Well, you see, we could talk about the Instagram pictures of the coconut juice. We could talk about the numerous vlogs that would come out, because you think that the guy's going to go 6 months without any content on his channel, so we can watch those, we can, laugh about those. And then we can talk about gaming. Like I said, we've had episodes where it's been light on the Phil stuff, and we've gotten to the gaming stuff right away. So
I don't
we have a track record of doing that.
Have fun with that, Fred.
We are.
Have fun.
We are. And we have been.
Fred, I want to give you good luck in your YouTube career, in your Twitter career. Good luck, man.
Thank you. But it's not a career.
It's a job.
It's not even a job. It's a hobby. Something that.
Oh, by the way, you have a job?
Yes.
I asked you earlier.
Yes.
What do you do?
I sell cellular cell phones.
You sell cell phones?
Yes.
I sell cell phones.
Are you struggling at work?
No, actually, sales are great.
Well, that's great. That's just great.
Thank you.
But remember
do you
one
have
thing.
a job?
Yes.
What do you
work at Whole Foods.
You work at Whole Foods. Do you bag groceries? What's that?
I'm a juicer.
Oh, so
I put the juice in the drinks.
Goddamn right. You can work for me if you're juicing.
You trying to be funny, Fred?
Oh, yeah, I thought you were trying to be funny.
Go ahead, make fun of Phil right now.
We're talking to you.
Okay, make fun of Phil. Isn't this what it's about? Isn't this why I'm here?
No, we dedicated this time to specifically debate you and any sort of claims that you had. And this time you've said that we're trying to take down Phil. You didn't prove that. You then said that because Phil's not gone, our podcast is useless or whatever else.
And as I've said, like, I've watched a lot of SoK stuff. I've enjoyed a lot of their stuff. Their Let's Endures are a lot of fun. At the same time, I don't know. This whole thing is just too good to not, like, talk about and mock. Don't worry, I'm not going to do another video on it. I just kind of wanted to bring the debate up. I don't care that much about this. I just think it's fun. It's a fun thing to talk about. Let's just shoot the shit.
Yes, that's right.
So that's about it. But we did
in 2016. In 2016, if DSP is still on YouTube, come on, man. This podcast. I mean, what is it going to take him out? You know what I mean?
Again, we're not trying to take him out.
It looks like it. It sure as hell looks like it.
In what way? What do we do?
In a lot of ways, Fred.
Okay.
In a lot of ways, which I will reveal shortly.
Why didn't you do that tonight? Why didn't you prepare tonight for this one? This was a debate that you challenged me to, I think, 2 weeks ago. You've had 2 weeks to prepare. I actually really didn't prepare until today because I didn't know for sure.
Sure, he didn't prepare until
yeah,
today.
so you had a lot of time to prepare for this, man. And you said it was a long time coming, almost a year. I guess you had almost a year to prepare.
I only found out about your podcast a couple of months ago.
Okay, so you had a couple of months ago to prepare.
So I just thought, let's get this Freddy boy on his stream and just talk.
Okay. But you didn't prepare for it whatsoever, I can tell.
I don't need to prepare. What do I need to prepare about?
Well,
I'm
like
talking to you face to face. I'm talking to you directly.
Well, like if, let's say, like you wanted to prove, like, oh, you guys are trying to take down Phil, I would have expected maybe like some sort of screen cap or something to substantiate that.
I don't need to do all that.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, I do have proof.
Okay.
I do have proof.
But it's coming on the podcast.
You're going to have to wait for it.
Okay. Can any of us be, is it just going to be you or can we be there for this podcast?
It's just going to be me.
Oh, look at you, already preparing, all right?
No, I honestly...
Already waiting for this thing. I mean, it's going to be one and only podcast, not 50. I don't need 50. Okay, so, yeah, just wait for it. When I have time, you'll find out.
Okay. Can I come on that I would love to come on that podcast with you. I really do enjoy interacting with you. It's a lot of fun.
No, I think I'm going to expose this without you. It's going to be more fun.
Okay.
You're going to try to defend yourself. You're going to try, we didn't do this. You're going to pull up some random posts. It's not going to work.
All right.
We didn't do this. Pull up some random posts. Try to deflect, which is pretty much what happened. That's what everybody's doing. Oh, here, I'm going to leak some more stuff on Fred. No, it obviously wasn't... it wasn't me who was behind this. It was... yeah, it was Fred. Fred did everything. I had nothing to do with any of this. It's just all a big misunderstanding. Let's see, can I revoke title? No, I can't. Okay.
Well,
that Patreon is going good.
Is it?
I just want to say before I leave, I want to say the Patreon is going pretty good. He's raising enough to cover his mortgage, at least most of it.
Why does the Patreon exist at all if he's doing so well?
What?
Why does the Patreon exist at all if he's doing so well?
So, because it's a website, people use Patreon.
So his Patreon page exists because it's a website.
That's clearly
because
not
it's a service. People are going to use it, are they not? Is DSP the only one on Patreon?
No, well, I'm asking you, okay, why is Phil using that service if he's doing so well?
Because he wants to.
Oh.
Why are other people using it?
Well, it might be because they're struggling in some way and they need that funding to be able to continue what they want to do for a living in the long term, as Phil would say. Thank you for supporting me so that I can continue to do this as a career in the long term.
It's going pretty good.
But if his career is doing so well, would he not need this Patreon service?
Patreon is just a bonus, Freddie. It's just a bonus.
Okay. So you're here telling me
he's making money on Patreon and YouTube. And have you noticed, by the way, that even if his views are low, he's more calm, he's more relaxed than ever. He's a hell of a lot more patience than say 5 years ago.
Did you watch his song?
I've actually never been on DSP's chat. I'd strongly considered at one point though going on and seeing if I could get banned for really innocuous shit. Like going on and just like somebody sees my name and see that I'm like a detractor and see if they would ban me. I also want to go on and ask him if he will make a "It is what it is, nothing I can do but I digress" t-shirt, because I would unironically buy that. I'd buy like 2 if he would actually make a t-shirt. I'm debating like just making my own shitty t-shirt that says "is what it is, nothing I can do but I digress" on it. Just because that's how much I love that expression. Because it literally applies to every situation. There's no situation in which it's not true.
Playthrough?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. You mean that was the one where he was going to rage quit the game several times when he didn't have the stream chat to help him? Did you watch his
stream
hotline
chat to help him? He uses a stream chat because he can. It's his channel.
Okay. Did you watch his Hotline Miami playthrough where he was very not calm?
So, yeah, I watched it.
Do you watch his fighting game playthroughs where he's very not calm?
That was years ago.
No, he did Mortal Kombat.
Oh, you got blocked during the Sonic
That's
Adventure
just one
scene?
instance here and there.
Okay, you have
okay,
my
okay.
respect for that. Fuck his Sonic Adventure scene. How dare he shit on one of
Yeah, I
my
saw that.
favorite
He didn't rage
games.
quit.
No, I didn't say that he raged, but I'm saying that he's not calm.
He's more patient. I don't know if you noticed, but you said you don't watch his videos, right? I do. I'm a casual fan. I'm telling you, even though the views are down, his frame of mind is like much better compared to previous years. You have to understand that.
Okay. Let me.
So that tells me he's doing just fine. So if he rage quits here and there, who really gives a shit? Personally, I like it.
Okay, that's fine. And if that's what you like, that's what you like. What I'm just trying to ask you, if he's doing so well as you claim, that this negativity in
Am
your
I a
mind is
Roman
designed to take him
emperor?
down or whatever,
If
harm his
only.
business.
If
If
only.
he's doing so well, why would he then need?
I don't think I'd want to be
extra
a Roman
income?
emperor, to be honest. That would kind of be a
Big cut.
I don't know. I kind of think only a crazy person would want to be an emperor. I mean, I guess it'd be kind of fun to LARP, but it's a lot of work. People are constantly trying to kill you, which isn't really fun. I don't know. I wouldn't want it.
Fair point. He needs it.
Okay, so that signifies to me that his business is not doing as well as you would say.
7+ years, Fred.
Right, but
So
in
you
the
think
7th year,
DSP
he's
is
now
good at?
taking
He's
Patreon
actually
donations.
pretty good at making
And as a
money.
matter of fact,
He's just
earlier
bad
on,
at
he was taking
managing it.
donations as well through PayPal.
That doesn't mean he's on the street. That doesn't mean he's a bum.
No one said anything about that.
He's still playing games. What are you gonna do about it?
He is playing games. But I'm just trying to get your opinion on, if he's doing well. That's what you told us. You said he's doing so well, there's nothing we can do about it. And what I'm trying to say is that he's actually not doing well. His views are going down. Machinima renegotiated his contract. You know that, right? They actually renegotiated his contract and gave him less money. The reason why he stays with them is because they offer him a managed partnership so that he can not really have to worry about copyright.
So what's the problem?
The problem is me.
He's doing just fine. Okay, look, he's not making money like he was in 2010.
Yeah, DSP isn't bad at Street
but
Fighter.
he's doing just steady.
He
He's
actually
doing
does
just
pretty
fine.
good
Okay.
in Super Turbo.
Quite frankly, I don't really, like I said, I'm a casual fan. I'm not really concerned about his finances like you are. I'm
Yes,
in
you
it
are.
for the videos.
You are
I'm in it for the
concerned about-
videos.
You are concerned about his finances because you've given him over $160 on Patreon.
Yeah, but that's it. I mean, that's not a lot.
$160?
That's not a lot. I'm not giving him thousands and thousands of
That's more
dollars.
than
bro.
most fans give to
Like other patrons.
That's more than most fans give directly to.
And that's not that much, really.
All right. Let me ask you something about Patreon. You have a forum post where you talked about the fact that you don't like the title "Auspicious Patreon." Can you go into a little bit of detail about that? Why you don't like that title?
Why does that concern you, Freddie?
Because I'm talking.
That's just like, that's not even a big concern.
Okay.
That's not an issue.
Okay. I'm just asking you as a patron. We're talking about his Patreon now. You said that you don't like the auspicious patron title, that you prefer to be most respected patron. What is your opinion then on having two distinct titles? Someone that donates more is considered a most respected patron, and someone like you, a long-term fan, someone that cares about him doing well and likes his content, your donations make you an auspicious patron and not a most respected patron.
Uh-huh.
How does that make you feel?
That I'm an auspicious patron?
Mm-hmm.
Makes me feel nothing. It's a silly form. Who cares at the end of the day? It's just a title. I was just posting that because, I do prefer the most respected patron. I do prefer that. But, at the end of the day, it is what it is.
But if you're
It
most
is what
concerned
it
about
is.
that, obviously you
Nothing
don't
I can
express
do,
that in
but
a
I
way that
digress.
could possibly make a difference.
This doesn't really concern me. This is not a big
Post
deal.
that you made.
But yeah, that was months ago. I don't really care about it. I like the auspicious patron title.
All right.
I like it.
All right. Can I get your opinion?
Happy?
Can I get your opinion on Project 7?
Project 7, huh?
Yes.
What do you know? What do you want to know about?
I want to get your opinion on Project 7. I saw some people in the chat wanted me to ask you about it. So,
see, the thing about Project 7 is I didn't donate the 75 perk level. So,
okay.
So I don't really give a damn if Project 7 didn't come out. I donated for the shirts. He gave me the shirts,
okay.
and that's all that matters.
Okay, I'm asking about Project 7 though in general. What do you think about the fact that it was indefinitely delayed, that no refunds were given out, that kind of stuff?
You know, I'm not gonna dwell on that, Freddie. It is what it is. I'm a patient guy.
I actually say it is what it is. Nothing I can
shit
do,
happens.
but I
do you think that maybe he should have refunded those patrons?
A lot IRL, and I mean
There's
a
no
lot
way to refund.
IRL.
Really?
Yep.
Well,
What?
there are several examples where you can refund. As a matter of fact, I have a forum post from you, April 26th. If for some reason Project 7 doesn't work out, I'm sure he can refund the money back to those 2 or 3 people.
Well, Project 7 is on hold. You know what that means, Fred? It's
Yes.
on hold. It's not ended. It's on hold. So next year, if things start to look good, they'll do it.
Okay.
No.
Are you
Project
patient
7 is
though?
probably the worst thing.
Are you patient
DSP
for Project
ever
7?
did.
I know you're not.
Because he
I don't
actively
care.
I know
scammed
you're going
his
to talk
fans.
about it until
I
the
don't
next
really
6 months,
say
right?
how
No,
else
I mean,
you
we
could
did our Let's Endure.
describe
This is
it.
the first time I'm bringing it up just because
Other
I'm
than him
actually...
scamming his
oh, so
fans
they said we just beat
on
DSP on viewers. Oh, so we're doing pretty well. What do you think about that, Sammy?
Yeah, that's great.
Thank you. And thank you for helping make this happen. I appreciate it.
I am
Yeah, I'd rather be on
eventually.
here.
Oh, just a side note. I am eventually going to do a new. What's it called again? There'll be another giveaway at some point soon. There will be another giveaway of. If people want, I'll do a Let's Endure Project 7 at some point. But yeah, I got to do another giveaway of games, so we'll have fun doing that.
Here to discuss more important issues and, put you in your place.
Absolutely.
Then watch the stream.
And I and several people watching love to have you here.
I
So
actually
you should come
like
some other
it
time, too,
'cause
so we
it's
can continue on this
hilarious.
discussion. What do you think?
No, this is the one and only. So I don't have time for that.
You are definitely the one and only. You are a unique person. All right, let's move on then. I guess let's grab this. All right, so
And my time is running low. I want to go back to watch DSP's Ask the King if he's doing that. So
come on.
we wrap this up.
This is the one and only. Can you please give us more of your time?
Ready? Let's wrap this up right now.
Let's not wrap it up. Let's continue on. So
I'll give you 5 more minutes.
all right. Let's reference one other idea that you've brought up. You've said that he absolutely needs, the 1080p camera for vlogs and Project 7. His current camera is 1080i, which is not as good. Now, you realize that...
Okay, so?
You realize that, 1080i and 1080p don't have that much of a difference, and you can actually use...
Okay,
use
this
software,
is fucking boring. Let's go ahead.
montages and stuff like that. He was going to do those anyway. And in fact, here's something that I'd love to get your opinion on. He will actually take less focus off of a Patreon goal if it's not producing views. He did that with Yakuza. He started to give that a back seat. He's now doing that with Alan Wake, where he only put out one part of the Alan Wake montage that he took $750 in for, and now next month
that was
you have to pay him another $750 for him to continue on with that montage series. And he said, if you remember in the patrons only section, that he will take views into account, even though when he does these patrons playthroughs, he says in the pre-stream that I'm not going to worry about the views don't matter because this is patron funded. He said that repeatedly, that the funding completely makes views a non-issue, right?
What do you mean by
But
my
he will
own
actually,
Let's Endure?
he will actually cut content if it doesn't get the views.
Let's
and he'll go back to
Endure of
focusing on
what?
things that he feel will get him the views.
Right, so?
Do you think that that's okay?
Yeah, why not? It doesn't affect me, so why should I care?
All right. How about this then? Let's move on to this. Is there anything that he does that you don't like? What does affect you? What can you say? Or is he just sort of perfect?
What I don't like about him?
Yes.
I didn't like that he didn't finish the GTA heist.
I did actually get a forum post to back that up. So what is it about the heist that you didn't like?
What else is there to say? I didn't like that he didn't finish.
Should you?
I didn't like. It's no big deal now, but I would have liked him to finish it.
Do you think that he did not finish the heist because of views?
I don't know. I don't know what the reason is, but because I don't look too deeply into it like you do.
Okay.
I just found out that he stopped doing it.
Okay,
And I
let's
was a little
endure this
disappointed, and I
5-hour
said,
stream.
Okay, let's just move on to the next.
I don't
video
have
or
time
next
to
thing.
endure a 5-hour
that's it.
live stream. Let's
Okay.
just shoot the shit.
How about you started a
Basically.
thread? You started a post where you talked about you're waiting for him to release the entire stream of 1886. What is it about the full chunk of gameplay instead of these chopped up bits that make it more enjoyable.
Okay, guys. I will do a Let's Endure Sonic Adventure 2. This is how you don't play if you... I don't know, if enough people ask for it. Okay, in the comments under this, nominate what game you want me to do a Let's Endure of. This is how you don't play of. Or just something you want me to do a Let's Endure of, etc. Do you think Mr. Medicare will do an episode focused solely on Fred or involve the other SoK members? Well, since I'm pissing everybody off and I'm getting into fights with everybody, I did want to just make a comment about Mr. Medicare's Atop the Fourth Wall series. It's the Top the Fourth Wall series. Sorry, not Top of the Fourth Wall. His Guy with the Glasses series. Because, like, the first 3 episodes were really good, but the series kind of tanked. Like, his episode on Angry Joe was appallingly, shockingly bad. Like, he didn't even talk about... Because I wanted to hear, like, about the history of Angry Joe, like, all the crazy stuff that Angry Joe had been in. Like, I wanted the background on it, and instead of like actually doing a podcast about Angry Joe, he just spent the whole time talking about like some lame minor like interaction Angry Joe had with his fans, and that was his episode on Angry Joe. And then he had like the episode about Lotso, and Lotso is like just not that. I mean, I guess it's kind of interesting. But he's like, oh, I'm out of stuff to do. I've done everything. I've covered it. I did 3 episodes of actual content, and then I stopped doing content, and I did some really boring shit about, what was it called again? About Angry Joe, and then I did like an episode on like side stuff no one cares about. So it's just like, yeah, it is what it is. Nothing I can do, but I digress. But yeah, I think it was kind of a clusterfuck.
For you, why would you wait for that?
That was a long time ago.
I'm asking you why.
Why does it even matter now, Fred? You're digging up the past. Let's focus on the now. Let's focus right now in the future.
I'm trying to get to things that might be a problem for you, and that.
So what if I didn't post a damn thing on the forum? What would you talk? What would you say then? I mean, you know, what would you look up then if I didn't post anything on YouTube or his forum?
Well, let me just respond to that. You know, the SoK water charity was in the past too, right?
And yeah.
Okay, that was a big thing that you talked about.
Yeah, but that's a bigger issue than 1886.
Well, the big issue is that I'm here talking with you now, and I'm bringing up things that you said. That seems like a pretty pertinent issue.
Yeah, but that's a really minor thing. And
so anything that I say is just
wasting
minor,
my time.
Right, so anything I say is just a minor issue, just doesn't matter. But anything that you say should be taken with all sincerity and should require no proof other than just you saying that it is the way it is.
I'm looking at the bigger picture, Fred.
Okay.
You know, I'm looking at your podcast right now and the future. And I'm trying to figure out your frame of mind, where you're headed now. Well, what's your goal with this podcast?
My goal of the podcast is to continue to provide a podcast that makes people happy and entertains them and gives us a way to give back to all the people that are supportive of us and we interact with all the time, and we get to meet cool new people. There's a lot of people that called into the podcast that we talk to on a regular basis now, and I don't know if we could have done that without the podcast.
Yeah, that's a bunch of bullshit.
How?
You're talking about DSP and you want him off YouTube. I've seen your posts. I've seen your Twitter and all that other shit you do. You always talk about how he's on YouTube making money, sitting on his ass. Now he doesn't get a real job.
Okay.
Yeah, you're bitter. Let's just face it, you're bitter.
No, not at all. We have a lot of fun doing this. I don't think that bitter people would have a fun time. I think that people come here. They are, positive. There's a great vibe in the chat all the time. Alice actually talks with people before the stream even goes live.
The SoK
there's
was
really great
not
community
positive.
here. I don't see any bitterness at all.
I'm just saying, it's
I
the
actually think that
outside
you're
person.
bitter. I think that you're bitter about what we're doing.
I'm just saying, the outside person, it just looks like you're bitter and you're always talking about DSP doing this, he's doing that, but really, he's not doing nothing wrong. He's doing nothing wrong, Fred. He's still on YouTube 7+ years.
Okay. So because he's been on YouTube 7+ years, he's never done anything wrong.
The Minecraft thing, I'll give you that. The Minecraft thing, he kind of, fucked up.
Okay. How about in Mortal Kombat X when he told his followers to go spam and harass Evil Table?
Well, he deserved it.
Oh.
Yeah, he deserved it.
Because?
Because, well, what do you think? The guy's a fucking asshole.
Oosh.
Okay. So Phil should be able to leverage thousands of people to go harass somebody just because that person made him upset?
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Nothing that I
don't
can
think the people actually
do.
went out and did
But I
something. Phil just
digress.
reacted.
Okay. How about Phil trying to hinder free speech and freedom of expression to try to take down or this is how you don't play parody videos?
Look, Phil is just a regular person. He's a middle class person. He's not some fucking like those. He's not MLK. He's not, Hitler. He's not Donald Trump or just these other cocky assholes.
That's an incredible.
He's a regular person.
That is just an incredible way to move those goalposts. So because he's not Martin Luther King or because he's not Hitler, that just puts him in a completely separate category of just regular people.
He's a regular person. Look, just admit it.
We're regular people too, then, right?
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is you found a scapegoat. You're using DSP as a scapegoat for your everyday frustrations.
Not really.
Yes, really. You and your Bonzo Kojima. That's what it looks like.
Okay.
And that's what it is.
That's what it looks like, and therefore that is what it is factually.
Yeah.
Do you have any proof of that?
I don't need proof. You can tell.
That is the catchphrase of the night here, ladies and gentlemen. Quote, I don't need proof.
We can just tell. I have a gut feeling, Freddy. You're using him as a scapegoat. Just admit it.
No, we don't use him as a scapegoat.
That's complete bullshit.
Okay, I mean, just because you say it doesn't make it true. You're telling us what our intention is.
Well, I think that's pretty good. So, I think that covered most of the stuff I wanted to cover. I'm not going to make another video about this or about DSP for quite a while. Unless something else comes out. Maybe if something else interesting comes out, I will. But otherwise, I'll probably get back to making some other kind of content. I don't even really, hate Fred. I just thought this whole thing was just fascinating. I'm sorry if people are going to give us, have the expression, the impression that I'm, really salty or pissed off about this whole thing. Honestly, I just think it's fascinating. They had this Illuminati who was trying to take DSP down, just how serious people got it, how far it went with the whole thing. I don't know, I just thought this whole thing was a lot of fun. Internet drama can be a lot of fun, so long as you're not directly involved with it. This is just, that's kind of one of the funny things about kind of the internet is, DSP's life is so meta that it more or less became a video game. Same thing with, what's his name? Phil? No, with Chris Chan. His life literally became a Metal Gear Solid game. So, that's pretty much everything I have to talk about. I hope you enjoyed this no-effort, low-T stream. And as always, thank you, you fucking worthless humans, for the views.